that so I don't. Thank you. Thank you. So welcome to our Essential Island Living call tonight. We are talking about MetaPWR oil, which is a powerhouse and kind of the superstar behind the whole system. And we're also going to get a little sneak peek on February. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. For those who don't know me, I am Kate. I am one of the leaders for the Essential Island Living team. And I'm happy to be leading tonight. We've heard kind of from all of our leaders. So here, maybe not all, but many of them. So I'm going to start that off. Before we jump into MetaPWR, which I'm super stoked about talking about, we wanted to share February updates because a lot is happening next month. They kind of put a lot of goodies in here for our love and appreciation month. I like to think about it. So for February, this is what's about to drop. Super exciting. We've been talking about the new Recharge, our electrolytes, which are going to be great for a lot of us who already get different electrolytes out there to do a swap and to use our MetaPWR Recharge to help replenish our electrolytes. And they have a lot of great minerals. We'll talk a little bit about that later too, but great balance of sodium and potassium in them. 2 flavors. And I looked on my my account that gave us this information, and I found out we're going to be able to buy, you can buy the lemon lime flavor in a box or the wild strawberry. Or of course, like me, you're going to buy both. I am. I like the flavors of both. I have to say though, I like the lemon lime better, but I'm still buying the strawberry. You guys can, after you taste it, we'll do a little poll. We also have 10% off cinnamon, which is always a nice one to diffuse, use your baking. I like to add it to lime in the diffuser too. It's really nice and cozy and uplifting. That's always a nice one. And then we have tangerine for free, which is great. I love tangerine. It's just an addition to your citruses. Add it to your water. Of course, you can defuse it. It's, you know, a little tangy and delicious. You can even add it to some yogurt with a little sugar, some plain Greek yogurt with a little sugar for a little dip for your fruit. It's always a nice treat to do with some of your citruses. All right. We also have a 200 PV promo for free. We have 3 free if you order 200 PV this month, which I'm sure as you're looking at the recharge, you're like, I'm already ordering that. So the 3 free are Super Mint, which is a great blend of 4 different mints together. Great to use in place of peppermint or spearmint. I think eucalyptus is in there too, but it's like even more super because they're all together and it's just a nice blend. It's also in our toothpaste, but Supermint's free. We've got our Copaiba is free. That's great for easing anxious feelings. It's great to support your nervous system. Can also help pain and inflammation. It's kind of a very versatile oil that you can add to others to support your whole body. And then Digestin is our hero product to help our tummy, our gut, and you can take it internally, you can put it right on your tummy. But all 3 of those oils you get with 200 PV, which is amazing. I didn't do the math, but that is got to be over 60 PV at least. I'm thinking Copaiba is like almost 40, and Supermint, I believe, is 20 something, and Digestion's 30 something. So amazing deal. And what is not on here that is also happening is there's going to be a sale of a limited special flavor of Advantage on February 15th. It is, I think, pomegranate. Let me make sure I say it right. I am going to be setting my alarm for this because I think it will be selling out quickly. Pomegranate cherry. They're making, it's just limited, so I have a feeling it's going to sell out. But if it's popular, then I'm sure they'll bring it back again. That's what they like to do to us. They like to tease us. But for those of you who like the current flavor of Advantage, great. I do. I'm just curious about how this is going to taste. So set your alarms for that one. And I'm sure we'll be getting more information about that soon. Yes. And then a couple more things on the bottom. The new customer promo is continuing. So if anyone gets started in February with a 100 PV order, and then they place an order of 100 PV in March on an LRP, then in April, they can get free 100 free points to use for products, which is great. A great deal for a new customer. And new customers can also get the elusive bubble diffuser that's not even available and everyone just wants to have one. It's motion censored, rechargeable, portable, great for bathrooms, hallways, kids' rooms, everything. I even saw it in one of our classrooms the other day with Malama in it. It was so good. So yes, love those deals. And this is something that if you are not a wholesale advocate, or excuse me, a wellness advocate like us, then you can still help your friends get this deal because there's a refer a friend link that you could use that you have that you could send to someone and you could earn your own doTERRA dollars. So if you are a customer that is available to you and we can help you find that link. And then they have that really tiny on the bottom. The free reactivations are continuing, extended till February, and also qualify for the 100, which I'm stoked about because one of my customers was last minute tonight and wanted to do that. And when I found this out, I said, just wait for February. We'll figure it out tomorrow. Yeah. So super exciting. Yes. So if you're excited about something in this image, please put it in the chat. I have a couple people saying, yay, awesome deal with 3 free. And thanks for putting those prices out there. So it looks like it's over 90, it's over $100 of oils right there. That's crazy. And these are all oils that I have in my rotation. So I'm excited to get my hands on these for sure. And of course, the recharge. I'm going to be ordering a few. And yes, I know, Kanani, I wish I could enroll again too, completely. All right, well, February is going to be exciting. So make sure you're ready and edit your cart in time. Get that recharge. Hopefully that they have enough product with the recharge that it's available for everyone for a while. And then the Breathe Stick, I'm just remembering the Breathe Stick is back in stock. So if you've been waiting to get a replacement for one of your Breathe Sticks, that is also now back. So you can add that to your cart too. All right, we'll move right along here. I'm going to quickly just pull down my participants and make Kanani and Amanda co-hosts it. Have people enter if they come in late. Thanks, everybody. There we go. All right, so tonight the star of the show is MetaPWR, and not the Assist or not the Advantage, the collagen. Love both of those products, but it is the oil. It's really the superstar behind the whole system. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is, and we're going to start with a little video. It's pretty short, so I'm hoping it's easy to watch. I'm going to just exit out of my, shoot, my slide's going too quick here and show this very short video about MetaPWR to kind of get the hype before we jump into some of the science.
It's kind of hard to hear, Kate.
I can't hear.
I'm just going to pause it. There's actually only music, so it's got about 10 seconds left. I'll just let it keep going. All right, shucks. I don't know why the sound didn't work. Hopefully you got to read through some of those statements though. Um, I definitely like that video because there was a pelletin in there. But it also was a quick review about some of the benefits of this incredible oil. So I'm gonna come back and I wanted to share a little bit of the story of MetaPWR. And this is something that I wanted to share because I remember when we went to convention and this products first came out, I just thought it was so interesting. So giving you the background, doTERRA wanted to create an oil that had a really powerful impact on our metabolic function. We, at the time, we had Slim and Sassy, and it was doing its job, but they wanted to see if they could find something that was even more powerful than our Slim and Sassy blend. So they had a preclinical trial where they had really exciting results. So what they did is they took the oils that are within Slim and Sassy, which are grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark, because they found that those oils did a great job to support metabolism. But what they did scientifically is they tried and tested different ratios of these oils together to see which ones would be more powerful. And so what they did is they put these different blends with different petri dishes with fat cells, and they tested them and took pictures of them with a microscope over multiple days. And they were testing to see how much, and this is my scientific word of the day, steatosis, which is fat buildup in a certain organ. So steatosis, they're measuring the amount of fat in this specific petri dish. And so they tested 3 different blends. So we have here the picture of the bar graph. So the yellow bar is the Slim and Sassy. And this is the amount of fat in those cells. The SS1 is the trial blend, and the SSG is the MetaPWR. So obviously we want those levels to be lower. And so as you can see, the MetaPWR did extremely well, very effective. I found this blog in doTERRA that had the pictures of the cells, and I wanted to show you, but I can't quite explain what all the details. So I decided to leave it out because I couldn't give the research behind it, but you can tell that those cells have shrank, which is really, really exciting. So after this happened, they obviously took this blend and they were like, let's do something with this oil. And they created this whole system. So within every single product in the MetaPWR system, you have your MetaPWR oil. So that I think is pretty amazing. We usually start with MetaPWR oil, so we kind of save the best for last on our calls. All right, so here are some fun little balloons that we're going to be thinking about as fat cells. And so I want you to think about, as we lose weight, we actually don't lose the amount of fat cells that we have in our bodies. What's happening is you're burning all the fat that is stored within each cell, causing those cells to get smaller when you are, exercising and eating well, or they get bigger when you're consuming and eating more food and not moving your body as much. So that's kind of what you're seeing there in that image. And what's also really interesting is once we reach adulthood, when we become adults, the number of fat cells in our body more or less stays the same. The cells can grow or shrink, and about 5 to 10% of these cells die each year, but then they're replaced. It's interesting. I always thought you're just getting more and more fat cells that are just growing, but we have the same amount of cells, they're just growing or shrinking, which is an interesting concept. So we know the steps to restrict fat cell growth. The biggest difference, of course, is we've got to be eating well. We also have to be exercising or moving our bodies. But now we are starting to find all this research doTERRA is doing and finding that, yes, indeed, MetaPWR oil can actually shrink those fat cells. And they were shrinking those fat cells even more effectively than Slim and Sassy and that other blend that they were trying out. All right, so I'm going to move us forward since we saw the shrinking and growing fat cells. But this is our MetaPWR blend. It can inhibit fat cell growth. It also curbs cravings between our meals, which I definitely can attest to, and it supports, of course, our metabolic health. So as we talked about earlier, what's really kind of neat too is that because we have these fat cells that we have in our bodies in the same amount, and some of them are dying every year. If you think about it, when we're using our MetaPWR blend, combined with, of course, all the good things we're doing, when those fat cells, the 5 to 10% die each year, we get those new cells. So if at the time we are doing all the things, we're taking our MetaPWR system, we're eating right, we're exercising, those new fat cells have the potential to remain the smallest size possible because we are there and supporting them from the get-go, which is great because that's going to help us with both our short-term goals, but also our long-term goals, because we're going to have those same cells for quite a long time. So you're supporting the current fat cells you have, and then also the new ones that you are gaining. So I thought that was really interesting, and I knew I've learned it, but to refresh my brain today was really good. So I'm like, oh yeah, how do I explain that? So hopefully that made sense. But what's really neat that I didn't really believe when I first started this product was I didn't really believe it was going to curb my cravings, because I love sugar, and I want to say love because I'm not I'm not as crazy about sugar as I used to be. And I like to snack a lot. So after taking this MetaPWR blend, and I take it, there's 4 different ways we can take it. The sugar cravings have greatly decreased. I snack a little bit, but not nearly as much as I used to. And I definitely feel like it's a great tool for myself to use whenever I do feel like I have a craving, which doesn't happen as much anymore because I always take my soft gel. So you probably know already what those 4 products are. There are gum, they're the soft gel, they are the beadlet, and they are the oil. So I'm sure you each have a favorite or 2 that you like to consume during the day. Hopefully you've been playing around with it during your challenge. So maybe in the chat, if you could just chat in which of these 4 products is your favorite. And I'm going to jump in and talk a little bit more about them. And if you want to listen more before you rate it, maybe you'll learn something new. That'll be fine. I'm going to keep checking the chat. Oh, yay. And then I have a couple more things in the chat too. Yes, Peloton. Oh, how funny. I'm really bad at like talking and then looking at the chat, so I apologize. It's like hard for my brain. But yes, Ray says she carries MetaPWR oil with her everyday instant energy. That's right. She always reminds me to do this, to take your MetaPWR oil and just pop a little drop right in your mouth to give you instant energy. It does always work, and the taste is great. And then Kanani says, I mostly use the oil in my water when I first started, but I started to incorporate the soft gels first thing in the morning. I take 2 soft gels, and it holds me over longer until I'm ready to break my fast. And you're welcome, Bernice, explaining all those fat cells. And Bernice says the oil is the tastiest. It's easy to take all of them. Yes, and I love to snap gum. That's good. I'm sure maybe Kanani would say no to the gum, but oh, and yay, Colette. She says she likes the MetaPWR soft gels. Helps me feel like it's breaking down what I just ate. So great. And I actually take 2 soft gels after I work out. It kind of just goes with the rest of my vitamins, but it definitely, I don't feel like I'm hungry right away. And I do take my smoothie. So once I do feel hungry, I'm ready to to drink that down, but it keeps me going for quite a while. That's probably what the most, I think, consistent of the four for me that I do, and then popping that the beetlets in the oil as well. All right, so let's look at each of these a little bit more and get a few more ideas in addition to what you shared for using them. So here's our oil, our MetaPWR blend. You can add it to water or tea and drink before working out, which is something I probably should do. I do that advantage right before, and sometimes I remember to put a drop in there. You can also, oh, I like this one, diffuse to release a negative body image. You can diffuse it or use topically. Of course, healthy weight, take internally as part of your healthy weight management program. Dry brush, you can add 1 to 2 drops of this while dry brushing before a shower. Balancing your blood sugar, add 2 drops in a capsule or take the soft gel. Detox, take it internally in an empty capsule. Sugar cravings, add a drop on the tongue or in a big glass of water. Diffuse, create an uplifting, stimulating environment, and also massage. Combine with a carrier oil or lotion during uplifting massage. Oh, I haven't thought about that one. Oh, I love it. It is the oil of body acceptance. I like that. And Kanani says, so funny, I take soft gels before I jump on my bike in the morning. I always add the oil to my flask. 2 soft gels first thing in the morning. Beetlets kind of whenever because it's my favorite. Yes, no gun for her. Yes, I was guessing that. All right, so hopefully that's great. These are also great ideas to use the oil itself. And then here's the soft gels. So we have the different oils that are within it we've been talking about. So the grapefruit specifically curbs our appetite, sugar cravings, and supports healthy metabolic responses. Our lemon promotes fat burning processes and gentle cleansing. Peppermint enhances a sense of fullness while promoting healthy digestion. Cinnamon bark promotes healthy blood sugar levels and metabolic, why can't I say this word?
Metabolism, babe.
Metabolism. I've got MetaPWR in my brain. And our cinnamon bark, I was also thinking, is the one we have 10% off. So that if you specifically want to really target those blood sugars, you could also take the oil singly. All right, thank you, Bernice. And for ginger, it boosts our again, why can't I say this word tonight? And helps our metabolism and fat burning processes. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is when you know it's been a little bit of a week. All right. And here's our beadlets. I mean, who doesn't love beadlets? They're so easy to put in your purse. You can put it on your desk at work. That's where I have 2 different beadlets there and there. Your backpack, however you go. But this is great to curb hunger cravings, decrease appetite, and support mindful eating. Gives an uplifting and stimulating flavor, sweet, minty, and spicy. And then each beadlet contains, of course, our MetaPWR, metabolic blend, with the oils we've been talking about. 0 sugars or artificial sweeteners, so nothing to worry about there. Helps our metabolic health and function. It's on the go to support, boost willpower and motivation to stick to your eating goals. 0 calories again there, increases energy and vitality, and then no soy, GMOs, dairy, or gluten. Yes. Oh, Bernice is going to try snapping these beadlets. You can always, that's what's actually good about beadlets. Whatever beadlets you have, you can always pop them if you want to use them a different way. Like if you want to put them on your skin, like peppermint or On Guard as well, you can easily just pop them to get the oil out. And then the gum, if you're a gum person like Bernice, then get that gum. That's always something nice to have a different change. Like if you need something in your mouth more than the beadlet, just to get that sensation, grab your gum. It's going to help you decrease the appetite, support mindful eating. It's long lasting, sweet, minty, and spicy taste. has our MetaPWR oil in there. Again, same thing, 0 sugar, 0 calories, no soy, GMO, dairy. Helps with on-the-go motivation for your goals and increases energy and vitality. Always a win. So similar for all these because they are just different forms of the same oil. So you get to pick which form you like to use more. One that will actually help you stick to your goals more. All right, so I guess before I talk about recharge, shoot any questions or any other things you want to share about this oil, maybe specifically any specific successes you've had or any other ways you use it. Oh yes, gum does help to clean the teeth. Right, Kanani? All right. Well, keep throwing things in there if you want in the chat. We'll keep moving forward. But super exciting. We talked a little bit about the recharge earlier, but this product is amazing. It is going to help us with our cellular hydration. And they decided to put this product in our MetaPWR system because our hydration helps support our metabolism. The more we're hydrated, the better our body can work, and it can help the other products work even better because we're hydrated. And it's important for us to be drinking enough water. We learned, I think earlier, 75% of us do not drink enough water every day, are dehydrated. And I know sometimes that's me because I get so busy and I leave my bottle on my table and it just sits there for a long, long time until I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't drink anything. So I don't know about you, but when I have a flavor in something or it's a little bit special or different, it makes me want to drink it more. So I'm excited to have this in my life so I can take at least one a day, get my water in there, 5 to 8 ounces, and just feel more hydrated and just knowing that I'm getting more water and all the different minerals and different things that are in this product are going to help my cellular hydration. So definitely give it a try. If you're like, oh, I just want to buy one flavor, just if you want to swap a flavor with me just to try it, that's fine too. Just let me know. I'm super open to it, but I'm going to be definitely buying a lot of these. Great for probably hydrating after maybe you drink the night before, just saying, or maybe after you worked out really hard. Definitely grab one of those. Because when you are sweating and working out, you lose a lot of salt and sodium if you think about all that sweat. So this helps to replenish yourself. So yes, we're going to be kind of zeroing in more on the science behind this product in a couple of weeks at our next call. Just an FYI, or maybe it's next week. You guys could check on that for me. I think it's in 2 weeks. All right, and then another great resource for you is our self-paced MetaPWR education course that I know some of us have taken. It's just so good to learn, especially if you're a learner. And another resource that I just didn't have enough time to do this earlier is our podcasts. I love podcasts, and doTERRA has a great one, essential oil solutions, and there was a great podcast about the recharge that I listened to the other day. There was a lot of information, and not all of it was sticking in the words, so I didn't get to share everything. But I wanted the focus tonight to be on MetaPWR oil. But if you are wanting to know more about this recharge and you're like, I really want to know exactly what's in it, how it's helping my body, then go check out that podcast. And also come on our next call that we talk about it as well. Lots of great resources out there for us to be learning. You just have to figure out which is your best way that you learn. All right. That was a lot of talking. So thanks for listening to me. But yeah, if you have any questions, pop them in the chat. We're really excited that everyone's been doing so well with the challenge. I asked yesterday for pictures of food. So as you are cooking up, healthy recipes, share a picture or recipe with us because I think we learn from each other. And if you make something good, we wanna give it a try too. I'm a little bit obsessed with plant-based food right now. Yeah, I watched a little too many documentaries on Netflix, but I would love any plant-based recipes. If you have any good ones, send them my way. I'm actually I cooked this week one time. So I'm gonna try to help out a little bit more with that. Jared usually makes everything, but he makes a lot of meat. So I'm like, if I want plant-based, I have to cook it sometimes. But anyway, it looks like I don't think there's any more. Oh wait, things in the chat. Oh yes. Thank you, Bernice added. You can blend the Advantage and our recharge together. I did hear that on the call. So when you get your recharge, that's just another way to mix up the flavors or mix up the way that you take it if you want to change it up and find a new little routine. I know I have a friend too that takes her Advantage with the fiber and greens together. That's like her routine every single day. So you got to find what sticks for you, because whatever that is the best way for you. Like, don't worry about how Kanani does it or how Lori does it or Amanda does it. You want to find the right routine for you. All right. I hope everyone has a great week. Keep using your MetaPWR and know that you're doing a great, great thing for yourself and your bodies. All right. Have a great night, everyone. So good to see you. Let's see, where do I stop?
Thank you, Kate. Take care.
Oh, you're welcome.
Good
Thanks,
job.
Denise.